I'm just pouring my. Don't get faced there before, so I live it up. When I come, better get them off. That's a floss track, better get them off. I'ma keep eating, it's a dinner rush. I'll let you finish off. Block of diamonds, I can promise I'm being honest. This being modest. I am your Highness, I am the finest. You rappers, plus you a liar. Don't idolize and I don't admire. Been doing me for like ever. I'm a better me, more clever. It's a new way. We surfing, baby, new age. That's a certain, baby. Let's take a ride. Put your for the ones that die. It's vows tonight. Just you and I get lost tonight. Then lose your mind. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Falcons have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going up against the Eagles, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Wentz now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. Play clock winding down. To throw is Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it'll be third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing now is Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Well, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Man, you talk about a coach setting the tone on the first drive of the ball game. On his own side of midfield, he says, forget it, punting unit. We're going for it. And his guys are able to get him a first down.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
Throwing is Wentz. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Third and long, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. From the red zone now, Wentz buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They start on the ground. It's Richardson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They'll run again with Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down, here's the run with Martin. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Richardson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
And off comes to Martin. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Richardson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They give to Martin. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They run it again with Martin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now a play fake. Wentz. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
On the handoff, they start with Richardson. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Richardson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Finding Green complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Fournette on the counter. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here's Richardson to start the drive. Got some room at the 30, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now it's Richardson. Powerful running. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
Here we go. Blue landed.
Back now here on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Richardson again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 32 that time. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On the move to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On play action, Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Whitaker. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On the run, it's Fournette. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a big, big kick coming down for Jake Elliott. This for the lead in the final stages. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Let's go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down, Martin, and an alley to run. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And that one goes the way of the Saints. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. To throw is Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Wentz to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw. Wentz. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now here's a carry heading left. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
All right, here we go. Leopard!
Now a first throw here in overtime. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up a throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Falcons, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us.